Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. This is my week 28 Mounjaro Tirzepatide update. Yes, I've officially made it. We've officially made it past the half year mark. Don't know where this year has gone. This week I'm still on the 10.625 milligram dose. I've been at this level for a little while now, and today I'm going to share how it's going, what I've noticed, and where I'm headed next. So a quick snapshot. The weekly average weight for this week was 231.4 pounds. Side effects were minimal. Blood sugar is improving, but I've got a few ups and downs to share, so let's dive in. Personal progress. So this week I lost 3.9 pounds, bringing my total loss since starting the new approach since starting Tirzepatide to 4.6 pounds. That's the good news. But I want to be transparent. My weight did creep back up to 232 after I finished the 5-day fasting mimicking diet. I'm not discouraged though, because I know this is a long game. It's a long game. And shifts like this are part of the rhythm. It's to be expected to have a gain after eating a fast, or in this case, a fasting mimicking diet. In fact, I've decided to repeat the fasting mimicking diet every 4 weeks as a structured reset. Why? Because after 6 months plus on Mounjaro with zero loss and even a slight gain, I knew I needed to change something, and fasting mimicking diet felt like the missing piece. Also, real talk, weight is never just about food. It's a symptom, a clue. We have to do the emotional and spiritual work too. When we heal the root, the results will follow. My blood sugar also dropped from 127 to 124 average for the week, but just like my weight, I expect it may bump up a little next week after returning to regular eating. That's okay. I'm watching the trend, not just the moment. My time in range this past week was 100%, up from the 99% the week before. I expect that also to possibly bump back down a little bit. My DMI, which is the estimated hemoglobin A1C, has changed for the My Sugar app. It went from 6.5 to 6.4 this week. That app averages out for the last 3 months. The CGM does as well, but what I like about the CGM is it allows me to look at the last 7 days and the last 3 days as well, which helps me to better spot when there's an issue with something I'm consuming or I'm sick or something like that. It helps me spot trends. So this past week, my DMI dropped from 6.4 to 6.1 on the CGM. I don't know what next week's will be. I'm sure there will be an increase here as well, but it's still progress. And here's a huge non-scale victory. I finished writing my first book. I'm in editing mode right now and prepping for publishing, and I cannot wait to share this labor of love with you guys. How am I feeling overall? Honestly, energized. Maybe a little too energized, because I've been sleeping less due to the excitement of getting everything ready for the book. I know that can affect blood sugar, blood pressure, and weight, so I'm trying to rein myself in, but it's not easy. One celebration at a time, though. Let's talk about side effects and adjustments. This week was blessedly boring in the side effects department. Almost no issues. The only thing I noticed was some mild belching after eating granola with nuts and a couple brief waves of nausea. Nothing major, but worth mentioning. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Zen-wise, digestive enzymes are a game changer. As soon as I stopped the nuts this week, the belching stopped. Fun fact for the science nerds like me, fat takes the longest time to digest, and if it lingers too long, it can ferment and cause gas, and that is what caused the belching this week. So, lesson learned. Granola is off the breakfast table for now. Also worth noting, my next dose goes up to 11.125 milligrams next week. My doctor increased it because of the lack of loss early on, but I'm hoping that the fasting mimicking cycle reduces the need to keep increasing the dose over and over. So here's what is working food-wise. Yogurt and berries in the morning. That is all I can handle in the morning, honestly. protein powder in my coffee. I've been doing that for months and somehow just forgot to mention it. Sorry about that. Broccoli salad for lunch this week was really good and filling. Homemade spaghetti with marinara and pulse balls for dinner, plus half a slice of rosemary toast brushed with olive oil. Oh my goodness, that's divine. I'll be sharing those recipes in August, so stay tuned. After the fasting mimicking diet, my portions naturally shrank because your stomach shrinks when you're fasting, and the fasting mimicking diet does provide food, just not much of it. But I will note that this time doing the fasting mimicking diet using the Tirzepatide was a lot easier than the past times because the Tirzepatide does reduce appetite. So just FYI. My appetite is smaller, so even the foods I love are getting scaled down, which was a real issue with the spaghetti and meatballs this past week, or pulse balls. I started out with what was a normal serving, and I reduced that in half the next day, and then reduced it even more the next day. So it's, it is a learning process. But again, granola with the nuts is a nope. Not friendly with my system right now. Exercise and activity. During the fasting mimicking diet, I slowed down my walking speed a bit, but as soon as it was over, I ramped it back up and even added 2 resistance training sessions. I even added 2 resistance training sessions this week. Just 30 minutes, but it felt great. And how's Mounjaro affecting my motivation to move? Honestly, it's not. I have to bring that myself, but I'm learning to listen to my body and honor where I'm at. So how does this week compare to past weeks? I finally feel like I'm gaining traction between the fasting mimicking diet, better sleep while trying, and honest food logging. Things are shifting. Viewer shout out. One of you thanked me for the digestive enzyme tip, and I'm so glad it helped. I spent 3 miserable weeks dealing with stomach issues before I figured it out. If I can save even one of you that trouble, it was worth it. Keep your questions and experiences coming. I read them all and truly appreciate this community. This week, what's keeping me going is momentum. I finally see the scale moving. I feel lighter, not just in body, but in mindset. So here's my encouragement to you. Don't just chase weight loss. Chase wholeness. You are more than a number, and the real transformation starts when you heal from the inside out. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate small wins. And if you're tired, it's okay to rest. Just don't quit. So let's wrap it up. Week 28 on Mounjaro, 3.9 pounds down this week. Blood sugar and blood pressure are responding. Book nearly ready to launch. Minimal side effects and lots of lessons learned. Comment below, how was your week? Any questions I can answer in the next video? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this was helpful. Your support keeps this journey going. So stay rooted, stay nourished, and keep walking it out one day at a time. And until next time, stay healthy in heart. Shalom, friends.